See, most people think burnout means they need rest. That's why they still exhausted. Today I'm breaking down why burnout isn't physical, why motivation never fucking works, and why most people are fixing the wrong problem. By the end of this, you will see that your life is going to change differently. So look, the lie about burnout. I'm gonna tell you about this. Burnout does not equal fucking laziness. No. Because most people that's burnt out, they working what, construction jobs. They're running 7-figure companies. They managing hella teams. They women controlling hella teams. They doing all of it. They're not lazy. So it's not directly to laziness. See, burnout does not mean a lack of discipline. Because like I just said, I named all those people that show up to work, that show up and control companies, that do all they're supposed to do. But why is it that they still feel burnout? Why? Because it's not correlated to just physical burnout. Trying to tell people that. And some people don't want to understand what the fuck I'm talking about until they go through this shit, and then it hits you. When you go through this shit, you already probably went through it. You just don't want to admit it. Let's be real. Everybody's faced fucking burnout. I don't care what it's been, whether that being familyship, relationships, friendships, work, financially, internally, somewhere. It's hit you. So this don't just apply to everybody, of course. This applies to the people that are very high earning, high working, high performing people that go through this the most, because you go through it in a more deeper way than just the average individual. Remember, most people, what they do is they like to use the gym, physical fitness, trying to get their body right. Like, I do this shit because I always liked it since I was a child. I like athletics more than just weights. I do like weights, but I love athletics. And I do it because I want not to look a certain way and trying to look all like hard and like, no, bro. Nobody doing that. I'm doing it, and it come with that though. You see, you feel me? Like, it come with looking really good. That's what's gonna happen when you do these things, not to get these things. You do it because that's who you are. That's who I am. Steph Curry does not shoot threes to get the highest 3-point percentage in the NBA. He'll just get it because that's who he is. And a lot of people like to hustle and just claim, oh, just hustle. And then those are the ones that be burnt the fuck out. They be doing way too much. They got too much on their plate and don't know when to sit their ass down. So those people also claim they don't go through this, but they do. It's like, everybody's went through this. This is not like something that you just make up and, you know, I'm burnt out. No, yeah, because a lot of times you don't even know it. You just feel it. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like a lot of stuff you just like, you don't want to deal with a lot of stuff. You don't feel like it. That's how burnout is. That's how you know it's a sign you are going through burnout. You want to just get in that bed and just close your eyes. Let's be real. That's a sign of burnout. You can be nutritionally burnt out. That's what obviously I've helped with as a personal trainer for 5+ years. I actually helped many people that went through nutritional imbalances and physical imbalances and mental imbalances. So all 3 planes of existence. And I knew, oh, this is deeper than just like trying to look good. Like, no, if people don't feel good on all 3 levels, they ain't gonna be consistent in life. Something's gonna be off in life. They're not gonna be happy about. Let's be real. See, burnout is what happens when your soul and schedule are at war. That's what happens. You know, when your soul does not rock with the schedule and the way you're doing things, that's when you know you're going through burnout. Like I said, it makes you just want to lay down or just be on your solo dolo vibe because you're like, I can't stand this shit. See, here are the real causes of burnout. I want to let you know. All right. Number 1, energy leaks. from the wrong people. I'm trying to tell people, they don't want to think that that's really has a lot to do with it, but it's people that you call the ones closest to you that's affecting you. Your environments, that's affecting you right there. Yeah, your environment is really affecting you right now. Yeah. I can't keep saying that, but your environment, because that reflects the type of people that you attract, and that reflects what type of mindset you are on. Because wherever you at, that's what you attract. So that is number one. Number two, an identity lag. You know, you living as an old self. You living as a version of you that used to do things a certain way, used to think things a certain way, used to believe a certain beliefs, and it keeps popping back up. You still living as you claim this. We cannot be double-minded. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. It's just always gonna happen, no matter what. So that's how it is for you, right? A little double-minded, huh? Move this mic. Stop pulling down my shirt. Alright. But like a double-minded man is always unstable in every way. So have you been through doing that? If so, now you know. See, let me change the song. Got it on loop. See, you can't live as your old identity internally and then expect a new identity, a new reality externally. That's just not how it is. I didn't make it up, but please respect how God made this universe, because it only is gonna make us like really live in a way worse situation when you know you don't want that. But the reason why you get in that is because you thinking and being that person that you shouldn't be. And we get what we be, sadly, not what we want. And number three, a lot of times when you're going through unspoken resentment, that's why you face burnout. So if you have any unspoken resentment, that's why you feel a type of way, right? Think about all those arguments and all those times that you went through with certain family, certain relationships. Did you fully forgive them? A lot of times if you didn't, and it's sticking with you until you release it, that weight never will drop. You got a weight in your backpack and you're wondering why it's heavy. And that's why you have to release something. Release it. And I'm pretty sure you got some resentment somewhere, right? Can we keep it real? Number four, you're performing instead of becoming. See, stop performing. Stop trying to be and act, and not be, but act as if something that you're not. Trying to perform as this character. It's like, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. You're not that. Don't try to pretend when that's not who you are, because everybody can tell a person that's performing. You smell it on them. I bet you it's a chemical balance or scent that comes off of you when you're in the mindset of performing. When you just live a chill life. Like, excuse me, you see I'm in a tank top just chilling in my room, spitting some knowledge and truth. That's how it is. I'm not performing. I don't feel like doing all that. I'm gonna be honest, real, and normal. Not really normal, but like as in like not trying to be something I'm not. That's what I always like to like. That's why I like to let people know. When you come to this page, you're running to true authenticity compared to a lot of the bullshit that we see nowadays. And this will give you a break and rest from all that. Because I know, like, let's be real, there's so much nonsense out there. We need a break. Like, that shit, it's too much. See, I want you to know a reset is something that you need to really detox you in all three planes of existence of the mind, the body, and the soul. If you don't do these things, it's some way that it always sticks with you and you start wondering why certain things don't work out as you want them to, because you haven't done a reset fully. And a lot of times when you try to avoid doing a reset, it just bites you in the ass. And a reset is something that can actually make you see that you are a new individual. Just like it says, we are a new creature in Christ. You are a new person when it comes to this life. When you see who you really are, you're going back to who you already are, what is already done. That's the new person, that's the new creature. You are already it. But once we shut off the bullshit that's been blocking us from who we are, then we'll recognize who we truly are. You always truly been it since you've been born. That's why you've been sent here. But since we've been manipulated, which is Satan's first and only fucking trick that he can do, is manipulate a motherfucker from knowing how powerful you are. The battle was already won. Christ already did it. We just need to know that all we need to do is expect that it's already done. That's what a reset would do. Help you to expect and reset and understand the laws of life and how it's already done. All that pain that you have, that's already done, and you're healed. But when you walk and become, that's when you will recognize who you really are. See, identity is first over anything. Let me change it again. Because if you don't have the right identity, you obviously make the wrong constant decisions. Any quick fixes, techniques, and all that, it's not going to fix the identity. Identity is everything. Identity is everything. Now, you can do a technique if you're in the identity of the person and you're doing the technique because that's who you are. But if you're doing the technique to get something and not who you are, then you're doing it wrong. Identity changes and precedes habits. Identity is deeper than a habit. Way deeper. See, you don't need to try harder. You need to live more truer. True to your identity. And see, this is what we all need. At the end of the day, we all need to live more true to who we are. We need to all know who we are, because then I guarantee you life is more easier. It is. How's life been for you right now? No matter if you have all the things or you don't, but when you're in the wrong identity and your life is somewhere, you're burnt out. And see, if you watching this and something really just clicked, see, that's not an accident, you know that, right? I work with people who are done forcing their lives and ready to actually align. See, if you want help applying this personally, the link is below. If not, take this and live a better life, because life is so beautiful and it's what we call it. But in the next episode, I'm breaking down why motivation is unreliable and what actually creates consistency. Most people get this shit wrong. I'll see you there.